Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So you want to start a luxury collection? This video is for you. In today's video, we're going to be discussing tips for if you were to start your luxury collection, kind of reflecting on like my luxury journey and things that maybe I wish I knew when I started and would do differently maybe now, and just tips for you if you are starting out or just a fashion enthusiast in general. So if you're here for it, give it a thumbs up and let's get started. Okay, so first, starting your luxury collection. Most people have in their mind, or at least I did, have a pair of designer shoes they really aspire to have. Like their first designer shoes, like, oh my God, I want these so bad. I need these. I actually bought a pair of Prada shoes long before I wanted these shoes, but I ended up finally getting Louboutins actually not too long ago. It was under 2 years ago, and those were always my quintessential shoe. Like I really just wanted a pair so badly, but every time I tried them on, I found them just to be so uncomfortable. And it's true, they are. I have a pair, I have the Ariza pair, and I just find like, yes, there's nothing sexier than a shiny black patent leather pair of Louboutin pumps with the red leather sole. Super sexy, super nice, but they are super uncomfortable. You know, unless you're getting a pair maybe with a platform, Louboutins are known for being one of the most uncomfortable designer shoes. And you know, if there is a pair of designer shoes even from another brand that you're really coveting, I would really consider, especially in the beginning, if your budget is more limited and you're not going to be buying, you know, a bunch of designer shoes and all of this, I would definitely consider opting for something that you're actually going to get wear out of. You know, cost per wear, comfort. Don't just buy something because it's super trendy. I would look instead for something with, you know, some ankle support, a soft leather, not a too rigid leather, something that can break in over time, and also even something like a mule. Mules are clearly not going anywhere anytime soon. I foresee mules being in for at least the next 2 years, and they're a very, very comfortable shoe and usually not too high either. When we're buying designer shoes, I know it's so tempting to go and get the highest heels. You know, the higher the heels, the closer to God. But unless they have a platform, stilettos that are super high are going to be really uncomfortable, and they're going to really ruin your night unless you've had like so many martinis you can't feel anything. But you know, that's another story. But in the beginning, definitely focus on, you know, trying on different pairs of shoes, walking around in them in the store and seeing what actually works for you and what you see yourself wearing. One pair of designer shoes that some people are saying are out, but I still think are really, really beautiful and timeless, and I should wear mine more often, are the Valentino Rock Studs. Honestly, those are such a popular shoe, but they are so, so comfortable. They match so many outfits, and I think that they're really classy looking and nice just personally, but you can disagree with me if you want. Those are a great, you know, staple starting shoe, 100%, because they're very comfortable compared to Louboutins. Okay, so you want to buy your first designer belt. So designer belts, you know, we all remember the Gucci belt era. Some people are still living in it. No judgment at all, no judgment at all. You know, a lot of people do start their designer collection with things like SLGs and belts, because those are the kind of the more affordable things to start with, 100%. But I would recommend, if you are shopping for a designer belt, I would definitely avoid something that has a very flat, very metallic hardware. Some designer belts that are just so shiny at first, they're going to look amazing in the store, they're going to look amazing when you take them home, and then if you wear them out and you're not careful, the scratches come so much faster than you might realize. And I think it's the first time I ever wore my Dior 31 tan belt out, I scratched it and I was like, seriously? So for that reason, I would definitely recommend your first designer belt opting for something with more of an antique gold finish, or even like a hammered gold, or some sort of texture on the belt buckle itself. That way it's not going to be showing any scratches so easily, and especially if that's your only belt in the moment, it won't bother you and it won't look super worn and aged so fast. You know what I mean? So Valentino has some great belts like this. There are belts from Hermes that have gold finishes or even silver that aren't totally shiny. I know that some people say the Hermes H belt is kind of out. I still kind of like it. I actually don't own one. I wanted to buy one, couldn't get any service, gave up, so I haven't revisited yet, but they do have other belts as well that aren't as in your face with the logo. That's another tip, is especially if it's your first designer belt, I know everyone wants to have the Logo Mania Flex, you know, get the Louis Vuitton logo, the Dior logo, the Gucci logo, whatever, but honestly, having belts that don't look like they are so much from a brand is definitely going to save you in the long run, because they aren't going to date themselves as much, especially if they become really trendy. So Bottega is a great example of this. They have their kind of signature triangle looking belt. That is an amazing option for sure, and a lot of people won't even know it's Bottega unless they're in the fashion community and they're in the know. If you know, you know. So that's a great belt, and it's also amazing because belts that don't have very noticeable logos, you know, such as I think Loewe has some really cute belts, Celine has some nice belts. If you are going to wear something branded, like a pair of shoes that's obviously branded or a bag that has a logo on it, the belt isn't going to clash with that so much, because sometimes I even struggle with this where I'm wearing branded shoes, a branded bag, and then the belt is different, because I'm sorry, I don't buy belt, bag, shoe combination from every single designer. You know what I mean? I just buy what I like. So I think sometimes it's really great to have a belt that doesn't look totally logoed, but it's still luxury and it's still going to be good quality and last you for years. Okay, my next point is I would save my money from spending on SLGs right away to just saving for the bag I want. So a lot of people in the beginning do, you know, they splurge on the designer wallet, and then a lot of people realize, oh, you know, small bags are in, or I don't actually need to carry all these cards around, and not many people are using cash anymore because of COVID, so I don't need this massive wallet. Then they go and buy a designer card holder, so now they have 2 SLGs. And then some people in the beginning as well might be like, oh, well, I want to get a micro bag because those are in. Okay, now not many people are wearing those anymore. So now you have 3 SLGs that you don't really wear aside from maybe the card holder. And then there's the designer pouches. Those are more affordable for sure. And some people do have hacks and tutorials where you can get bag inserts and order chains off Etsy to turn pouches into bags and all of this. It's a lot of runaround. And by now you've bought maybe 2 to 3 to 4 SLGs. And if you add up all that money, you might have even bought the designer bag that you wanted and didn't think you could afford, but instead you spent the money on other things. So I would just say absolutely nothing wrong, you know, if you want a bougie wallet or card holder, whatever. Just don't make a habit of getting addicted where you're buying new card holders all the time because it's like, oh my God, this one's on sale. This one's only $300. This one's $500, whatever. Because by the time you end up amassing all of these little SLGs or even like designer makeup bags or whatever you want to flex, you have a designer makeup bag, I don't know. You could have bought the bag that you wanted, you know? So I would definitely just consider that. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes having the bag you want and maybe a beautiful card holder from more of like an artisanal, good quality leather brand that isn't totally in your face branded is fine. Because I'm sorry, I don't think I've paid attention to any of my friends' wallets in the past year. Like, honestly, I cannot tell you what brand any of my friends' wallets are. I can tell you what brand their bags are, but I cannot tell you what brand their wallets are. So that just goes to show no one's really paying attention to your wallet or card holder unless you literally just leave it on the table the whole night to have the flex, like some guys do. And it's all about the bag, sis. So just get the bag you want. Don't mess around with SLGs in the beginning. Just save for the bag you want. Next point, do not impulse buy something just because it's on sale and it's designer. I've done this a few times and I have a few items I still have never even worn just because I got them on sale. I have things in my Canadian storage unit that I've never worn ever, still in the box, completely still in the box. What a waste. So honestly, I would really, you know, think about your purchases. Obviously, we all love a good sale. Now, there is, of course, a difference from like a discount code versus something on sale, right? Where you just see it and you're like, oh my God, this orange bag is on sale, 50% off. I need it. Well, are you going to wear this in 2 to 3 years time? Because just because it's 50% off doesn't mean it's not 50% on. You know what I mean? You're still going to spend the money for that item. So if you are seeing something on sale, I would think about it for at least a day or two. Sometimes things sell out. You see online, it says only 2 left, only 3 left. Oh my God, you're panicking. But unless it's really like the one and it's blowing your hair back, who cares if it sells out? You're gonna find something else, you know? And so many things on sale as well are seasonal pieces that brands are kind of trying to get rid of these seasonal patterns, these seasonal prints that are easily recognizable from previous seasons, right? So if you are getting something on sale, search for timeless, neutrals, things that aren't super trendy, and you have my blessing. Okay, next point, do not waste your money on designer costume jewelry. Listen, this is not judging anyone, but there are so many people out there that have, I see them and they've got like $2,000 of designer costume jewelry on at any given time. And I'm like, you know, you could have gone to a jeweler and gotten something with like gold and diamonds for the money you've spent just to have like this Dior necklace everyone's wearing or Dior bracelets, whatever. And trust me, like I've done the designer costume jewelry thing. I've only actually bought one item ever. Everything else is real. But the thing is with designer costume jewelry, you know, I get it. If stones come out, you can send it back, get it fixed. But it's not going to ever look the same as real jewelry. And you're still going to be parting with just as much money. You know, Chanel costumes jewelry isn't too far off from beautiful, real, high-end jewelry now. The prices are going insane. And I'm not saying you need to buy Cartier, Tiffany, Van Cleef, all of these high-end luxury brands. No, there are beautiful other brands out there that sell jewelry or even do custom pieces that will be 100%, 18 karat gold, have diamonds. Especially if you're traveling, this is a great tip. If you're traveling, definitely, go to the duty-free jewelry stores. A lot of them as well will negotiate with you. They will sell to you without tax. They will take cash discounts. And you can often negotiate on slow days and you can get beautiful pieces. I have a beautiful diamond ring you guys see me wearing sometimes. I don't remember how much I paid, but I definitely got a really, really amazing deal because it has like a 1.5 carat of diamonds, I think, in this ring. And I did not pay anything near what the retail was, but they were having a super slow day. Barely any customers in the store, gave me a discount, negotiated, and walked away with my ring. So, that's just a tip there as well. Okay, and last tip, designer eyewear. A lot of people that are luxury lovers, first starting out, they get the SLGs, they get the belts, they want to have the sunglasses flex, even if the rest of the outfit is Zara, no judgment at all against, what brands you're wearing, fast fashion, whatever. But they want to have the sunglasses flex. They want to have the bougie sunglasses recognition, right? Like, look at my logo on the side. These are Gucci, these are LV, these are Prada, I love luxury sunglasses too, don't get me wrong. But make sure if you are buying them 100%, you're not going with a style that's so trendy. Go with something more timeless that you could see yourself wearing in 2 to 3 years. Because at the end of the day, I've never tried to sell designer sunglasses, but they do get wear and tear. Especially if you're getting acetate models, it's gonna be really hard to sell those acetate or plastic sunglasses if they have gotten scratches over time. So I would try and find sunglasses from brands that are known to hold their quality. For example, I think I just talked about 4 or 5 pairs of Dior glasses in my recent designer sunglasses collection video. That's because the sunglasses, aside from one of the pairs, are amazing, outstanding quality. Outstanding quality, probably some of the best designer sunglasses I've ever bought. That's why I keep buying them. And I know that if I really wanted to, I could probably still sell them for at least a couple $100s each, most of them, because they're still in amazing condition. So it really depends. Do your research on, the wear and tear on some of these designer brands, and also you have to take care of them. Just because you're buying designer sunglasses doesn't mean that they're invincible. You have to put them in the cases. You have to clean them regularly. Don't throw them in your bag without a case. Don't lean over and they're in your shirt and they fall on the floor. Like, you have to take care of your things, right? If you want to retain the value. And yeah, just don't buy too trendy. Like, don't buy just what people are wearing on Instagram. Buy what looks good for your face shape and things that you see yourself wearing in like 2 to 3 years time, because then you're really going to get the cost per wear out of them. And even if the sunglasses are expensive, you're still going to wear them more than some super trendy glasses you got on sale off a website. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, I think that's a video. I think those are my tips for today about, starting your luxury collection. If you guys have any other tips from your own luxury journeys or things that have helped you out, definitely leave a comment below for all the rest of the viewers. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I would love if you would subscribe and we could see each other again. If you did watch the whole video and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you, and we'll see you next time. Okay, guys, bye.